Hello everyone, thanks for joining us today. My name is Laura from the Innisfil Idea Lab and Library. In today's Tinkershop tutorial, we're going to create a design for a laser engraved baby sign. Alright, let's get started. Begin by opening up your Inkscape program. The rectangle in the center is our canvas, so anything placed on our canvas will be engraved or cut, and anything outside the canvas will not. The first thing we're going to do is check our document properties. I'm going to change it to inches, and this is about a standard lettered size. Next, we're going to draw our baby sign shape. You can make a rectangle or a circle. I'm going to choose a rectangle, and I'm going to adjust the edges so that I can see them. At the end, we will change the stroke to 0.001 so that it can be cut out on the laser engraver, but for right now I want to be able to see it, so it's going to be set to 0.020 inches. You can also change the corner size. You can have sharp corners or adjust with a little bevel tool here to make the edges rounded. Now you can enter the name that will be on your baby sign. You can choose a variety of fonts from inside the Inkscape program, or you can use an outside website like DaFont to import something. You can adjust the size. And if you make a mistake, you can always use Control and Z to undo it. And you want to make sure you're holding the Control button when you are adjusting the size so that it does not get smushed. And the reason I'm doing the names in different sections is so that the first name will be larger, and I can adjust them separately. And then I can align them so that they are centered on the canvas. Next, we're going to draw a line underneath. The line just gives us a separation between the name above and the sections below. Next, we're going to select our font tool again to enter in the date of birth. I'm going to be using different sizes for the month and the day and the time, so I'm putting them each in their own text box. You might need to go back to the select tool if it changes to the font tool again. So if you ever don't have the box with the arrows, just go at the top left and click on the arrow there and you have your select tool again. You can also change your text box so that it can flip 90 degrees one way or the other at the top as well. And you can adjust them until you have a nice box. Next, I'm going to duplicate my line and put it below the birth date for the next section. We're going to go back and choose the font tool to add in the birth weight. Adjust the size of the numbers and the words until it's something that you like. Remember to hold the Control button if you are adjusting with the arrows so that your words and numbers don't get stretched. And if you ever make a mistake, you can do Control Z to undo it. And you can also use the arrow keys to adjust where you're moving your text and your numbers. Next, I'm going to duplicate the line again and flip it 90 degrees to get my vertical line and shorten that to make a new box. And I'll duplicate that again for the bottom box as well. In the bottom right-hand box, I'm going to add in the baby's length at birth. And now for the middle right-hand box, I'm going to add the location, the city where the baby was born. In this box, I also want to add an image. So I'm going to go to Google Chrome and look up an image that will be a clip art. You can type in silhouette or black and white for a simpler image as well. Color images don't always transfer well into Inkscape, so I would like to choose a nice clean black and white image. I'm going to save that. And I'm going to import that into Inkscape by going to File and then Import. Once I have my image, I'm going to resize it using the arrows, making sure I hold down Control, and then I'm going to click on Path and Trace Bitmap to translate it into Inkscape. This will give me two images, and I want to delete the original and just keep the bitmap image. There's still space at the bottom, so I'm going to also add in a little bit more text and say welcome home. To adjust this text, you can go to the T on the right-hand side to make it italicized or change the font. And now I can resize it again. And center it. I have a bit of extra space, so I'm just going to shorten my plaque size or my sign size. And now we are complete. Here is a baby sign. The last thing I need to do is change the outside rectangle into a cut line. So I'm going to go to Fill and Stroke and make sure it's set to 0.001 inches. And that will tell the laser engraver that that is a cut line around the outside. See, it's a very faint rectangle now. And now that we're all done, you want to save your work, so go up to File and Save As. You can save it as an SVG, but to print it, you need to save it as a PDF document to print on the laser engraver. We would love to see your completed projects at one of our virtual Maker meetups or by tagging us on social media. I'm Laura from the Innisfil Idea Lab and Library, and thanks again for joining us. Take care.